Okay, guys, we're going to do the first service on the Blackhills XX here. So we've already got the cargo bed outs, just your four knobs. Turn them out. You can pull that right out, and your oil tanks over there. So, and then you have to remove the rear skid plate, which is T30 Torx, 6 of them. And then there's another little guard underneath the engine below the oil filter, and you have to take that off to get to the oil filter and the engine drain plug. And then we've got AMSOIL to go back in it in the engine. We've got a cat filter, and then we've got transaxle fluid too. We've actually got a axle seal leaking we got to change also. So you'll want to loosen your fill plug on the top of the motor and the oil tank. You loosen that one, and then there's another one over here on the engine that you gotta loosen. Take it out. You want to make sure there's not a bunch of mud or dirt here when you take these off. Get down in your motor. I'll go ahead and take the dipstick out to you. Ooh, it's got a little milk on it. I'll set these off to the side here. Okay, and then on your oil tank, you've got I believe 12 millimeter drain plug here, and you'll have to get you a funnel to drain that out. And then underneath, slide underneath here. Watch out. Underneath here is a Allen, I believe it's 5 millimeter Allen with the triangle. That's where you drain the engine. And then this is your oil filter here, which is actually got a Yamaha filter on it. And then we'll come back to transaxles. I've got to change that seal. Okay, guys, we got Winston helping us. We got the
watching us.
Oil draining out of the tank here. I just jammed a funnel I had in there. Worked real nice. Just got that little guard. Goes to your drain pan, and then we got the oil plug out of the engine. Drained into another little thing. So once this drained out, I believe there's a screen in here. So we might pull it out and check for metal. I mean, this is the first service, and we pull that out, we'll show you. Okay, guys, so I want to show you this. I did take that screen out of the oil tank, and it does got a decent amount of debris on it. I'm not real crazy about that. So it's O-ring sealed, so you don't need a new gasket or anything. O-ring, as long as it's not torn or anything, should seal right back up. So it's the same size Allen bolt as your drain plug, which was 5 millimeter. Fit good for me. And I'll show you guys on the tank. You just unbolt it and undo the hose clamp and just slide it out. It does kind of make a mess on your air box because I couldn't get the funnel underneath that one, but not a big deal. We can just clean that up with some brake clean or something. So I would highly recommend taking that screen out and cleaning it, especially your first oil change, just to get all that debris off of there. So there, I have heard some internet horror stories about this getting clogged and burning the motors up, but that's definitely more than I like to see. The oil filter too, which it was super tight from the factory. My wrench wouldn't take it off, and ended up having to use a pair of pliers, but I thought about cutting it open after seeing that debris, because you guys can't really see it, but it does have a little bit of silver gold in it. So we already got the oil filter the new one on and the engine drain plug back in, so we'll clean up the screen and get it put in, and then we'll get some oil back in it. Alright. Okay guys, we got the oil filter on, the engine drain plug on, got the screen back in, and the drain plug back in, and then we're gonna put our Rams oil in there. You guys use what you want. Book recommends 040 weight. Use the cat oil. I like to use Rams oil and all my stuff. Seems to be working real good. So we got that back in. I haven't wiped cleaned my mess up yet. If you just drain the tank, you can get it out without making a mess, no problem. But to change, or not change, but clean that screen, kind of makes a mess. But I would say I would definitely do it for the first oil change, and I'm going to do it for the second one just to keep an eye on it. And then, so the book doesn't say anything about it, but I'm going to put probably at least half quart or so in the engine side, so it's not dry. And then put some more oil tank. I think the book calls for 2.77 quarts. So we'll get our Rams oil in there. And then once we get that in, we'll fire it up, check our levels, and hopefully everything's good to go on the engine. And I'll show you that little guard once I put it back on underneath. Okay guys, once you've checked everything under here, make sure your filter's not leaking and your drain plug not leaking, we can put this little cover back on. If you want to put it back on here, just gonna wipe that off again. And this just fits up here like it. This fits in here like this. And then you've got 6 little T30 screws that come off, and you know, that's it. That's how you get to the engine oil filter and plug. Of course, your skid plate too. And then you can put that back on. We've actually got an upgraded skid we're going to put on it. Okay guys, we got our oil change done. I just want to let you know mine did take a little bit more than the recommended 2.77 quarts. Took a little bit over 3, kind of like between 3 and a half. So on the check the oil, you're not supposed to screw this all the way in either. It's supposed to just set it down on the threads and then pull it out. But that wraps up the oil changes. If you guys got any questions, just comment. And then if you liked what you're seeing, please hit like and subscribe. And